I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
Stop. Right after you got done saying that, I hit the button, so don't. I hate you. All right, you got that going. I'm going to hit the announcement. Cool. So now, do a quick verification, make sure that we're actually seeing ourselves live and I haven't screwed everything up. Because I do that. And I can edit all this out in post, even though I never do. All right. In that case, we are live. 5, 4, 3, 2, cut. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar gets lower every single week. Your bartenders for this evening are Enigmatic Otaku.
For more pictures of chickens wearing ties, Google image hentai.
We have Flammenwerfer, Ravage, and nobody else. This week, we have a very special guest. It's taken a few tries to try and get this together, and that's entirely our fault. But we're very, very excited, and it's our pleasure to introduce Stellar Eclipse onto the show for this week. Stellar, thank you for taking the time to join us.
Hey, no problem. No problem.
All right, then, for those who are tuning in for the very first time ever, hello and welcome. Very quick overview. We are a Brony interview podcast where you guys ask who we're going to interview this week. We politely ask them on. You ask the questions, and we make them miserable for 2 hours. You can catch out on previous episodes on, oh my goodness, Spotify, YouTube, all the places where you can put podcasts into your ear holes. And catch on previous episodes such as interviewing Andrea Libman, John Delancey, Dusty Cat, and many, many more. We're streaming live on Twitch right now, which means that Enigmatic Otaku is seeking validation by looking at what we're talking about. What are questions we don't ask our guests, Enigma?
It's very noisy around me, so I'm going to toss it back to you, Flam.
Okay, then. Well, we obviously will not ask any questions that will immediately get us banned off of Twitch. And beyond that, our own personal rules still apply. No politics, no religion, nothing, no personal details. However, the only personal detail we will ask is maybe what the size of the PP is. And that is it.
Yes. The drinking word for this week is fuck, so please drink responsibly. We don't want to send someone to the hospital again. And without further ado, we've wasted enough time. Let's get to asking some questions. Stellar, thank you so much for joining. Let's start with some very basic things to introduce you to the audience and kind of break the ice. Who are you, and what are you known for in the fandom?
Who am I? Well, I am Stellar Eclipse. I mean, that should be a given. And what am I known for in the fandom? Well, I mean, I don't really know on that front. I guess you could say that maybe I stream here, maybe I do a bit of artwork, but I guess people would know me as the one who tended a lampstand. I tended a lampstand, and I had like these beautiful, beautiful Discord lamps. They were magnificent.
Lamps, very important. But on that note, like you're kind of one of the very unique people that we've had on the cast because you were actually in the show, and it's not like a highly contracted position like Andrea Libman or Tara Strong. You were in the show as your own OC, and I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of questions asking about that. But with that in mind, overall, how has that affected your fandom presence is going to be my next question.
Jeez, I don't even know how to start with this. I'd say that it's kind of weird because I've never really been like a huge presence in the fandom.
Mm-hmm.
I've always kind of just like done my own thing, did my art, and that was about it. But speaking of which, when it comes to like talking about like its effect, could I just be like the like opportunities it's given me?
Mhm.
Because being on it has like made me meet fantastic people I would have never thought about meeting in the first place. Like you send me down like roads I never thought I would be like. It's really hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. I'm kind of like overwhelmed with just how to respond to that question.
That's absolutely
I've
fair.
but it's had a very positive effect, and thanks to like me being on the show, I've met lots and lots of wonderful people, and that alone was amazing to me. Like, because it's like again, as I stated, I never really had like a big presence in the fandom until like recently when I started streaming. Started streaming like several years ago, but like I guess what really like happened is like when I went to like BronyCon 2019, that was like the big opener
Mhm.
about for me, like where I start to integrate myself more. Like, oh, maybe I'll make a Twitter, maybe I'll advertise my streams, things like that,
Mhm.
kind of thing. You know?
Mhm. And that's fair. Everyone's got their own way of testing the waters, and the internet can be a fickle creature, as I'm sure you've been exposed to. So, with that said, let's dial back the scope a little bit. Less overwhelming questions. How did you get into the fandom? How did you get into the show?
How did I get into the fandom? How did I get into the show? Ooh, we got to go back way, 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 way back. Oh god, remember like YouTube had like the comment sections? Well, I say it still does have the comment sections, but do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of the time back in the day when it just started out, especially like the TF2 community and like TF2 community videos, there was like people doing like there was like was it around that same time? There was like the time where people were like making all their profile pictures like that one scout face from like a rubber fruit video, and everyone would like edit it, and a lot of them were like pony related and talk about ponies. And like the biggest thing that like ever got me to like try to look into it, I guess, was more so there was like a weird cupcake video with Heavy like all the way back. That is where like the first thing with me happened. It was that in the comment sections on YouTube with like everyone being like, "Oh, what's with all these pony people and all this stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, what is with it?" And then I saw like that Heavy video, and I was like, "Oh, that song's pretty catchy." And I knew some friends that watched it, so you know what? I'll give it a try. I didn't watch things. I don't really necessarily watch a lot of like media. So at the time, I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot, and I ended up falling in love with it. Absolutely falling in love with it, like immediately. I knew like a few people that were like trying to get me to watch it for the longest time. I just didn't know where to like watch it since I didn't exactly have like cable or anything at the time.
Yeah, this is the old times when you would have to like find just the right string of like search filters on Pornhub to find a completely unchanged episode of My Little Pony.
That or
Yes.
wait for a 4 kids dub of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um. So the next question is, who is best pony?
what was best pony? You really gonna dump that on me like
Uh-huh.
right here, like right
Uh-huh.
now? Not even have any
Dumb.
time to prepare? How many like no. Like out of every single pony?
Out of every single one, there can
I
only
do
be
have to
one.
say, I do have to say, it's probably Stellar Eclipse. No, I'm fucking with you. No, there's no way. No. If I had to pick, I only have to pick one, right? I can't do like, oh, this or that one. No.
I mean, we're not going to hold you
You
to
can
the fire if you
yeah.
pick more than one,
Yeah, you can
but
qualify
we're
it.
looking for you to pick your favorite child.
There's a gun to your head, so you gotta make this quick.
I mean, easiest one. I like Fluttershy a lot. Fluttershy and Rarity are like two of my favorite characters from like the main cast. And there's like a bunch of like supporting characters. Well, supporting characters, just the whole cast in general. But like from the main cast itself, I would have to say, like Fluttershy and Rarity are like my two absolute favorites.
Awesome. Um, so the next question, like we have a whole bunch of questions that are out on our thread, um, specifically from people who know you or are aware of the cast and want to ask you questions. I'm going to ask one more question that's off script before we necessarily jump into the user submitted questions. Um, walk me through the designing of Stellar Eclipse. Help me understand what made you choose and how you wanted to design your OC.
Oh god, I gotta go back. I gotta go back.
Mhm.
Trying to think about it. Stellar's design was kind of all over the place when I first started like just like imagining him up before I like actually did a concrete design kind of thing.
Mhm.
Mainly was just like I knew that I wanted to incorporate purple. I knew I wanted to incorporate something having to do with stars and stuff like that because I've always just had like a fascination with nighttime, the moon, stars, things like that. Just like a very like nightlife kind of person as well. And
Mhm.
like I sat there for a while, just trying to sketch something. Back when I used to like sketch with a with a little mouse on my little laptop. Oh my god, that
Mhm.
takes me back so long. Oh my god. Um, and eventually I wanted to go with a bit more of like a muted color scheme.
Mhm.
I went with like more like I guess you could say natural horse colors at first. We went like brown for like the fur, and then just like I wanted like a dark purple on light purple for the main because I just wanted to incorporate purple somehow into his design. And obviously, I mean, there's like the wheel apparatus. I don't know what
Mhm.
to call it. I actually do not know what to call it, but my wheelie legs
Mhm.
are something I've always wanted to, but I've never actually like drew it up to a
Mhm.
point because I didn't know how to go about it
Mhm.
because there was like I mean I could have looked around for like references on like real apparatuses
Right.
and like the show didn't have any like sort of things like that at the time, so I wasn't creative enough to do that. But oh boy.
Well, I mean, with that in mind, though, like that design um, was a huge jumping off point, diversity inclusion point um, for many fans who have a disability and are or maybe paralyzed or even just have like some sort of injury to their leg for a period of time that hurts movement. And has opened a whole new swath of like OC opportunities and different kind of canon characters. And so, with that in mind, like that way of almost gifting the show a form of diversity, it's another overwhelming question. But like, what is that kind of feeling like? Do you have people that come and be like, "Oh my gosh, your character," you know, it was the first time I looked at the show and be like, "Oh, there's me," you know?
Well, I've never had someone in person
Mhm.
do that to me. I've had people like recognize me like at BronyCon weirdly enough, where like I didn't announce I was going or anything, but I have read comments online where people are just like just happy that the character exists, that like a character like that exists, and honestly, it makes me happy to know that I like my character can bring other people joy and
Mhm.
things like that, and I'm glad that people like him in general. So like it's a good feeling. It's honestly a really good feeling.
Mhm. That's awesome. And with a family member that has a mobility disability, I particularly love what your OC brought to the show. And I'm not trying to geek out or be weird about it, but just thank you. Um,
Hey,
But can he still fly though? Because if I remember right, he was a Pegasi.
okay, this is a weird question that I'm not even fully concrete on yet. I personally would lean into the no category. For multiple reasons. It depends like how I want to go about it. I'd feel that just like from a standpoint of wearing those wheels, maybe they weigh a lot, but then like people are like, oh, but remember that time where like Fluttershy just had like a magic fucking wheelbarrow full of frogs just flying weightless behind her. I'm like, right. But I would say that again, it's not concrete yet. But I'd say no. I'm actually in the process of like trying to write official like backstory and kind of thing for Stellar. I've never actually fully built him up like that to a point. I've always been like
mhm,
wishy-washy on like that thing. But I would say most likely no. Most likely no. For multiple reasons. Could be muscle weakness, or it could just be like the wheel apparatus could be a bit too heavy, or landing might be weird. So
mhm.
maybe again, I
But
wish I had a more concrete answer.
okay, but can he walk around like Sebulba?
Ugh, I need a reminder. Who?
Okay, you remember Star Wars Episode
The
1?
Phantom Menace, the
Yeah, yeah.
fucking weird
It's the
ass
bulk-
three-legged
the-
alien.
The one that walked around on his hands and used his legs for arms.
Oh my god, I've actually made so many jokes like that where it's just like, like that's what I should just do. Just get buff to do that. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Fuck, yeah. You know what? He definitely does that. He definitely does that. It's just like, haha, perfect.
Okay,
Just
Artist,
buff.
artist, you heard it. You make fan art of this. I want to see him walking around like Sebulba.
Oh god.
This is just going to be Artist City. We're gonna have to have like a links in the comment, like in the description area, to be like, go check out all the art that was inspired from this stupid conversation. All right, Micah is up first. There's a whole bunch of questions here. We're gonna do our best to get through. Nice to meet you. Here's some questions. Feel free to skip over these. They're too personal to share. There's a link to the picture in the from the show. It says, "This is you, right?"
1 second here. Let me go click on that real quick if you don't mind me.
Absolutely.
I mean, last time I checked, I'm Stellar Eclipse. I mean, got these lovely hooves and this beautiful mane and these bright purple eyes. I think so, yeah. I think it's me. Maybe it's an imposter, I don't know. But yeah, that's me. That's me. Hi.
So the next question is, what made you want to do a voice in MLP?
So this is like a very like just general thing. Like I've always been fascinated with art, animation, and voice acting. And one of my goals, like I've always just wanted to do voice acting for just my career. That is one of the things I wanted to become. Mainly, what I want to do is become an artist animator and voice actor. Just be like the full powerhouse to make like web animations or anything, or eventually get like an actual job in the field. But it was mainly that. It's just a big interest in that. But not only that, but like the fact that My Little Pony Friendship is Magic just meant so much to me. It's really what sparked my step forward into finally being a self-taught artist and doing everything, like trying to learn how to draw. It was one of the first things that like really hit me like deep in the heart, and it still holds such a deep place in my heart to this day. I'm so thankful for like that show being a thing. The people I've met and even having the opportunity to be on said show it just means so much to me. That's essentially what it is. I want to be
maybe the real friendship was the magic we made along the way.
potentially. I mean, it could be other things.
The next question is actually a really interesting one. What was it like voicing in MLP? Did you actually go into like the recording studio with them? Was there any other actors there during that recording experience? This is whole NDA and we can't talk about it.
Yeah, this is a part where I'm like, I don't know how much I can share, but like I'm certain I can talk about it. But like I'll keep it like slightly vague. But like yeah, I ended up going to the studio and voicing with other actors in the room, and I will say that it was a bit nerve-wracking. The good thing about me is I don't necessarily get what's the term when people like fanboy over like is it star crazy? No,
Starstruck.
I don't. Yeah, I don't necessarily get starstruck. So I'm just like these people just doing their job, right? So what was more nerve-wracking for me is the fact that I didn't ever receive like my lines beforehand, and I was just nervous I'd mess it up.
Right.
That was basically it. But it was a nice experience. It was honestly a nice experience, and I loved it.
Awesome. That's so cool. The next question is, do you continue to follow MLP, meaning like the later seasons of G4 and Generation 5? Do you have any thoughts on where the show's headed?
Okay. I definitely followed all the way through. I did fall off at some point, mainly because the source where I watched it, it just got nuked, so I couldn't follow for a while. But a few years later, I did catch up. and I watched it until the end. And I did check out G5 a bit. I did check out the movie, which I found was a really cute movie. I really liked it. G5 was good, like the movie. The series I haven't watched up to date. I heard like the newer chapters of like are pretty good, and I've been meaning to check it out. I've been wanting to watch it with like friends or something like that, but just haven't gotten the time. As for like go ahead.
Yeah. The later chapters are like starting to get its own footing now. It's starting to feel a bit more like G4.
So like I'm looking forward to like finally checking that out. As for like the rest of like Friendship is Magic, I felt it was really good. It was it got really cute. Again, I'll keep mentioning, but what is it? The Perfect Pair being one of my like absolute favorite episodes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God, that episode was great. And like the later seasons, the few episodes where like Princess Celestia and Princess Luna get paired together and wacky hijinks ensues. That's a lot of fun too. Those were a lot of like highlights that I remember. But in generally, I absolutely loved it. And the first movie, My Little Pony, for the G4 movie, well, it's a really special place in my heart to the point that like that's where like my art style is kind of inspired off of and things like that.
Aww.
So.
Well, I love it. The next question is probably a little more in line with what we typically get. What's the most cursed fan art of your OC, and can we see it, please?
Most cursed fan art of my OC? I mean, you want to see it? I have to go like grab it real quick. Give me a second. I don't have it on my computer. You think I would just carry a cursed item on me like that and walk into a podcast like, hey guys, I got like this cursed item in my backpack. Let me like just take it out real quick.
You merely adopted the cringe Batman. I was born in it. Molded by it.
But from the top of my memory, without looking, I would assume it's there is Vor artwork that was done.
Oh my god!
I know that for sure, and I would say maybe that
doing the Vor or being bored.
Doing the Vor.
Oh, okay.
Do I just link it in the chat?
Yeah, go ahead and throw it in our little behind the counter area at the very top, and then we can determine whether it's safe to show on screen or not. That is borderline. I'm gonna risk. I'm not gonna take the risk, but like, holy shit, that's fucking cursed. Jesus. Yeah, I wouldn't save that to my phone.
I was just like trying to think off the top of my head. Just like that's the first thing that came to my head. Gives me a good chuckle.
Oh man. That's great. Number 6. Who do you ship your OC with? And since you're the creator, whatever you say is automatically canon.
Oh my god, you're giving me so much power. Everything I say is canon?
Yeah. I think our wiki, the fandom wiki, is going to probably be edited after this interview by your answers.
Oh jeez, I don't know. I mean, Stellar's kind of shipped with Nightlark, so I mean, there's that. So if we're talking like realistically, yeah.
Canon shipping from a canon character.
Canon character. Oh god. This is a tough question. It's a tough question. I don't know how to like answer this one.
Someone was asking earlier I can't pronounce that, Armaspungold as a paired Stellar with Kerfuffle.
I saw that. I remember reading too. I remember reading like back in the day, people saying that Stellar and Coco Pomel would be like a good mix. But me speaking, since everything I say is canon, I don't know. That's a lot of power to put behind some words, you know. I'm really trying to think, like realistically, not just like favorite pairing or just be like, haha, my favorite character, mine. Oh god, I can't come up with an answer.
Clearly, it's Stellar Eclipse and Stellar Eclipse.
What about you know what? Okay, you just gave me the right answer. I'll be Stellar Flare.
Eclipse. There,
I'll go with that. I'll go with that. Stellar Flare and Stellar Eclipse.
In here today. Jesus.
Wait, Stellar Flare, isn't that Spitfire's mom?
I'm not
Not
answering any
Spitfire.
questions.
Hey, I'm not judging. Stellar Flare
Oh.
is good.
Yeah, Sunburst Smile. Okay, I remember now.
Yep. Stellar Flare is good.
And the other reason why is they make a great shipping name tag.
Absolutely. All right.
That's like the other reason why I pick it, just because the shipping tag would be pretty funny.
Stellar.
Could be Stellar Eclipse, Stellar Flare. Wait, which one is it? Wait, which one are you going with?
Oh God, Alex found more.
Stop.
Oh yeah.
No more. Okay, up next. Where can we see your artwork that's not on Twitter? I mean X.
Oh right, the rebranding. I remember it's not called Twitter anymore. Oh jeez, man, I kind of
You wanna
feel a
hear
bit
something funny?
old. I'm gonna need
hear
a
something
second to
funny?
think about this.
That reminds me. Did we put out our X?
So I force my phone to not update my apps. I go in there and do it manually. So mine is still Twitter, and I'm not limited by the 600 limit. I'm limited by 600 per page I click into, which is weird. But it's still Twitter, and it's still blue, and it has no X on it. It's fucking great.
This is
Do
good.
you guys remember the giant flashing X they put on top of the building that blinded the apartment building across from them?
My fucking god, I saw that. So where you can check out my art is I do have a DeviantArt. I just haven't posted in a minute, and I plan on reposting to it in general. But I do have a DeviantArt, which is Stellar with like 1L dash Eclipse, where you can find all my artwork. Well, all my artwork until like 2018 because I just haven't updated it in a while. But I'm gonna get on that. That's another place where you can find my artwork.
Yay. Well, either way, definitely worth following. The last question is, do I have something against Twitter? Micah, you probably do. All right. Hawthorne Bunny's up next and says, I don't have any questions, but I really like to join the herd's shelter.
Ooh.
I can't say I'm aware of that. Is that something that includes your OC?
It is something that I personally commissioned.
Oh,
From my friend. It was a gift for Nightlark. Here, I'll link it in chat real quick.
cool.
Sorry, just grabbing the link real quick. Sorry for all the
No, wait,
silence.
no, you're fine.
No, not at all. We're all good.
I am personally a fan of the shut up and take my money method of fan creation. Yeah.
I didn't know your OC's partner was a bat puppy.
Wait, pardon me?
I didn't know they were paired with a bat pony.
Yeah, they're paired with a bat pony. They're cute together.
They're
really cute.
I like that OC.
I love another thing I like about the pairing too is like for whatever reason our color schemes matched so well. I think they complement each other really well when it comes to like color schemes. Now I'm not talking about the song, but about like the artwork associated with the song. But like, I'm glad to know that you like Shelter. I personally was really happy with this.
I like the trick. It looks like he's not sitting down. The little trick to not show it.
Yeah. The artwork was done by Pepuni Pines. Fucking lovely, lovely artists.
All right, back on track with questions. Bunnykins is up first. Who needs to know what is your favorite Minecraft block?
Oh, that is always such a tough question, given that I am a huge Minecraft game player and I stream Minecraft all the fucking time. I don't know how to answer this one. I mean, I could what is it? Is Glowstone the one I like? Because I do need it to make an ether portal. So like, you know, I'll go with Glowstone because I've been trying to build an ether portal for like months now, and I can't seem to get it to work. But we'll go either Glowstone or the old wool block. One of those two. It's just too hard. There's so many good blocks in Minecraft. How do you pick one? It's just like My Little Pony. It's just like, do you like Rainbow Dash? Do you like Twilight Sparkle, Princess Celestia, Princess Luna? Do you like the grass block, the dirt block, another right block? Well, like how do you pick?
I will tell you this: if you can't pick a favorite Minecraft block, I do not recommend modding the game.
I'm scared. Why would you say that?
I mean,
Mods,
so
a lot of mods have more blocks and more varieties of blocks.
Oh, geez, no.
like you can have. I think there was one. Like there's a whole bunch of different chocolate mods for Minecraft that add like automations and new worlds to go explore.
I'm
It's
sure I'm sure there's one mod where you can change every texture in the game to Shrek's face.
that doesn't even get
Sure
started on
there
the
is.
resource packs that just reskin things.
I'll say the Shrock is my favorite block.
The Shrock.
If you remember back in the early days of Minecraft, I had a skin thing way before Microsoft picked it up that turned all the blocks into Star Wars blocks. And then shortly after that, then people really started adding custom blocks and custom skins to those blocks and so on and so forth. And I think the last super big mod that I installed in Minecraft, and mind you, this is like 6 years ago, it added 20. These are 20 or 30 new blocks to the game.
All right.
I don't know how to hold all these blocks.
Minecraft is dead. We're going to the next question. Would you
Poor
rather have?
Minecraft.
Oh, what?
Oh, I said, poor Minecraft, dead already?
Yeah,
Not
it's
even
all
a
about
funeral?
Fortnite now.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love Fortnite!
Hell yeah!
Let's go crank 90s on some fools. You know what, let's just turn this to a Fortnite cast.
Yes. Hello and welcome to the Fortnite cast.
I'd love to go chug chug with you.
Hey, you would like to chug with me? Well, I hate to disappoint you, but all I've got are these chug splashes. I mean, we can take a little chug shower. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon and no video games, or unlimited video games and no video games? Oh,
Wait, what?
the real question. That is literally what it says. Would you rather have unlimited bacon and no video games, or unlimited video games and no video games?
Oh, jeez.
I think they accidentally the sentence.
No, if it's who I think it is, I think it's on purpose. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a very hard decision. So, like, bacon is cool and all that, but video games are cool. But, you know, I'm gonna have to side with the, like, unlimited video games and no video games. Then I just live in a purgatory of absolute fucking hell. I have all this stuff that just doesn't exist.
Yes.
It just doesn't exist. I have all this stuff, unlimited, like a galaxy worth of games, but they just don't exist.
I actually really relate to this because I have something like 6,000 games on Steam. Like, I have the tiniest scroll bar on the Steam launcher I have ever seen. And every time I go through, it's like, oh, I want to play something today. It's like, oh man, I have nothing I want to play. It's too many channels all over again.
My God, I'm like that.
Do you separate them?
Yeah, there's ways that you can look up by like genre and stuff, but that
No. I mean, Steam has an ability to make subfolders for your games on that left side.
yeah, but it's more fun if I complain about it.
Here, I have a solution to all. I have a solution to all your problems. Everyone here, play League with me.
No.
Why would we ever do that?
Acri Weaver has already made fan art of this cast.
Actually, why? Why?
Oh,
Why? Why would you do this?
Hey, it's the bullpen.
So well done too. What the fuck?
That's 10 out of 10 right there. Doing maybe not God's work, but someone's work. You're doing Celestia's work. There
Oh
we go.
my god. That's beautiful.
All right. The next question is, what is your favorite anime?
Oh, favorite anime? I'm like a massive anime fan. Oh, jeez. How do I... My Hero Academia.
Yes, it's such a good choice!
I know, right?
Oh my god, I'm not, like, incredibly far into it, but, like, Froppy is so good. There's so many characters that are so good.
I was just about to say, there's so many good characters. I'm sorry. I just absolutely love that. I don't watch too much anime, but, like, My Hero is my like, next big thing next to, like, My Little Pony. I love it. Love it.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm off to the side, standing by myself in the Soul Eater crab.
All right, up next are questions from Synchree, who, number one, wants to know, what does it feel like to be a horse?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I got these like hooves, right? Like
Mhm.
I smash them on a keyboard and stuff and stream, and I use them also to draw and paint. It's pretty cool. I'd say it's a pretty cool life. You get to stroll around town and just be a horse, eat grass, touch ass or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever the saying is, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I like to think that your keyboard is just two big buttons like other typewriters are.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes.
speaking of, have you ever seen? So they're the ergonomic keyboards, right? And they're just two switches, directional switches, right? The left one is a modifier, and the right one are your letters, numbers, and everything else. So depending on which modifier you hit, that's the set of keys you get on the right hand side.
No, I don't think I've ever seen that actually.
They're really interesting. They're usually for people with dexterity issues or like their accident finger loss, something like that.
Mhm.
But no, they're really, really interesting. I would recommend looking them up.
I'll need to check these out. It's like an ergonomic. Let me see.
Mm.
Now, before we go to the next question, since we do have an actual horse on the call, it's time to settle this once and for all. Are hooves soft or are they hard like a real horse?
Well, I mean, I would like to think that they're firm, like not enough to hurt too much, right? Like, you know, they can hurt with the force behind them, but I would assume that they're kind of just firm.
Firm.
Or are you talking about like the underhoof, the hoof itself?
The underhoof.
Um,
So like now it's usually soft and squishy in the middle, but then it's like, is it a horseshoe? Are there like the horse hooves, or is it all just like soft and nice for touching?
And marshmallow like.
Yes,
it will be very very soft and cushiony, I would say.
yes.
But
This is very good.
but the hoof itself isn't. That's for sure.
Have you guys ever seen those little drawings where people speculated how they grab things and somebody drew like tentacle suction cups underneath their hooves?
No, I haven't seen that. That sounds cursed.
It's very cursed.
That sounds cursed.
All right, number 2. Who's your favorite horse musician, and why is it a certain yellow Pegasus with a crown on his head?
Yellow Pegasus with a crown on his head. Yellow Pegasus on a crown with his head. Who could they be referring to? Obviously, it's Prince Whatever, right? Right?
Absolutely.
Of course. Top tier musician. Absolutely love the dude. Absolutely love the dude.
Absolutely. We actually had the chance to interview Prince, and for a long time, I'm a musician as well. He was kind of like a big inspiration for me with a lot of my metal writing, and metal music writing, and just like it was so hard not to just totally geek out over him the entire episode. I think I failed. I think that was
So you were starstruck?
absolutely I was starstruck.
Ooh.
First,
Sorry.
this podcast was all about circle jerking ourselves, and now we just want to jerk off the people we like.
Well then, that's a way to phrase that. Phrasing.
Yeah, let's
Draw that, artist. Draw that.
no.
I like that immediate like regret in your voice, just like no, please.
Oh no! I have enough fan art of my OC doing very regrettable things.
Aww, that's adorable.
It's fine. None of it's with the Vaporeon yet, so it's fine. That's when you know you've really fallen off.
Did you know?
Yeah, did you know?
I think I know.
Do you know?
Oh, we got questions from the chat. Papa
Oh.
Bray asks, "Are hooves soft and then get bonafide?"
Yes, 100%. You're 100% accurate on that. And I don't know how you have that information, Papa Bray. I have no idea how you have said information, but I would say that yes, you're right. And please tell me how you like acquired said information.
Oh, Riniko asks, "Is fan art canon?"
Is fan art canon? I don't know actually. Is it canon?
I want to remind you of the image you just shared with us like a while ago.
I would say no. Fan art is not canon. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm. It is not canon. I hate to disappoint you like that, but ooh.
All
I
right.
know my belly says no, but I don't think I could just like. No, I'm not even gonna think about it. Never mind.
The true canon fan art is the ones we have in our hearts.
And the Sebulba one. That's
Nope.
also canon.
Nope, not that one. If you've been keeping up with G5, who's the best pony there?
Pit pedals.
Pit Petals!
Pit pedals.
That's a weird way to mispronounce Misty.
Pit pedals. Pit pedals.
Why? Show your homework.
Show me your. I don't need to show you anything. Pit pedals is like just top tier, and like I don't need to explain it. You're just out of the loop, you know.
Enigma's definitely out of the loop. To be fair,
She posts pictures of her hooves.
Yeah, that's that simple. It's that simple. Which other character would ever do that? I don't see Hitch doing it. I don't see Hitch doing it. You know what I mean?
Hitch probably does it, but just not for free. He's probably on Only Hooves.
Oh, right.
I think you mean only hooves.
That's what I thought I said.
You said one singular, I think.
Only Hoof.
Just shows like
It's only one.
Hoof. You only get one. I'm sorry. You gotta subscribe to the other
Only
page for both of
amputees,
them.
Is that what it is?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh God, only fans. Thank you, empty plot filler. I needed that one.
There we go. You see, they understand.
Number 4. What is the story behind making of Euro C?
Well, I mean, when a mommy pony and a daddy pony love each other very, very much. I mean, I don't know the specifics, but I would just assume that. Well, I don't think I really need to explain that. It just kind of happened, right? Like, I don't know how to
We are
explain this.
continuing from the month of Lude. You're perfectly welcome to explain.
Reverse Cowmare.
Oh God.
But no, just one day felt like making an OC and like just wanted to like have a character into my own, and I just kind of made it. Like I stated like earlier, it's a bit of like reiterating on that question from earlier. Just like had some ideas in my mind and kind of like sketched them out until I came up with something I kind of liked. Usually sticking around like a star theme and stuff like that, since I kind of like this like night times and stuff. But as for the making of it, I don't think I can provide you with the details of that one. I'm certain you understand.
Absolutely. Number 5 now. What are your most anticipated games?
Most anticipated game. Would saying Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail count as an expansion?
Absolutely, it counts.
Okay, because I am like super fucking hyped for that. I am really hyped for that. I know there's like a My Hero Battle Royale coming out in a few months. And I'm looking forward to that as well. But it's just because I'm a big nerd.
No, that's fair. I mean, I literally just downloaded Baldur's Gate last night, and when I looked up, it was 2 a.m. I was like, oh no.
You want to do co-op later?
No. Well, maybe.
But yeah.
Ball's Gay is so good, says Papa Bray.
Oh my fucking god. Bray would know that, right?
All right, I have been terrible in monopolizing all these questions. It's time to share the love. Flam, if you would like, Alex _ has questions that I'm sure are going to be very good.
Well, I do have some of my own questions at the end, so if you want me to, I can take it at the end, or I can start taking it now.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Fair enough. So then, moving on to Alex _ resident intern and British person.
Oh, bollocks.
I think he's a magistrate.
What? I think you called him that once, and he said that was racist. It was pretty funny. Alex _ dude, you're the stellar Eclipse. That's pretty cool. And he starts off with the enthralling question of what is the time?
The time? Currently, it is 7:47. How about for you? What time is it for you?
That is beautiful. I have no idea what time it is for Alex since he's in Britain. I can
Oh,
guess, but right now it is 4:47 p.m. for
It's
me.
no,
16:47.
it's tea time.
Ah,
God damn it.
beautiful. That actually used to be a actual time too. So we should bring that back.
It's
I
like
like tea.
in the chat, they're saying it's like 47 minutes after midnight. So yeah.
Is it 007?
Number two.
Wow.
There's a 4 there.
Have you ever seen something that wasn't like there?
I guess you would have to say that collection of video games I have. It's unlimited, but it's like, I don't know where the fuck it went. I'm sorry, but
Not
that's
the
that's the
video
only thing I
game.
can think of in recent memory. I have like access to these unlimited video games, but nothing's there. I try and reach, but they don't exist. Please. I don't know if I'm going insane.
I like to
games are
imagine you as that meme of Spider-Man reaching for Mary Jane before she disappears.
the games are in your walls.
Oh, are they? Are they
Yes,
now? Let me just destroy this wall real quick.
beautiful. And going right to 60, have you ever gotten laid because you were in MLP?
The hard silence.
Let me just answer this with a quote from the beautiful, beautiful Homer J. Simpson. I don't know.
I'm more concerned by that answer than reassured in either direction.
Why did you bring me to a gay bar, Dad? I don't know.
Hilarious is probably the greatest answer ever to that. All right, number 4. What's your favorite flavor of potato chip?
Are you really gonna make me pick a favorite flavor of potato chip? Now, do I do the thing and name Canadian flavor? Do I go like all dressed or like ketchup chips? Because both those chips are great flavors, but this is a very, very basic one. Like I haven't been able to find it for years until like this year again. One of my favorite flavors was just like a Lay's sea salt and pepper. A very basic flavor. Just sea salt and pepper, but they're one of my favorites for some odd reason.
Hey, you can't go wrong with sea salt and pepper, to be honest. Like, I mean,
It's basic. It's very basic compared to stuff like
mm,
there's such a good like selection out there. But
like,
I guess I'd go with like that or ketchup because just want to be have that Canadian flavor in there that people go disgusting, disgusting.
Why don't you just sprinkle some pepper over your legs?
Oh, oh. I mean, I could try.
I mean, salt and pepper is great. I also personally like what is it? The the jalapeno ones. Those
Oh,
those flavors are actually really good. They have just the right amount of heat.
I love the jalapeno chips. Oh god, they're so good.
Jalapeno,
Jalapeno.
Uh,
jalapenos. Yeah,
oh god.
Jalapenos.
beautiful. We're in agreement
Oh,
there.
what are they called?
Penis.
Pepper, no, pepperoncinis or pepperoncinis, whatever they're called.
Oh.
Have you had those chips?
Mm.
They spice them up with jalapeno, but they're so fucking good.
I don't think I have. I don't think I have.
I highly recommend looking to see if you can find them in our grocery store. They're like in a yellowish green bag, and I believe it's pepperoncinis, and they're obviously those peppers, and they're heated up with jalapeno. They're so good.
I'll have to like look at like I'll have to look for them next time, or even order them online. I'll have to take your
I
word on
would.
it too.
They're they're dangerous.
Oh, that's
I'll eat the
fine.
whole fucking bag in a sitting though.
Hey, you got to be careful with potato chips. Holy fuck! You don't.
Right.
You look away for a second, the whole fucking bag is gone.
And if it ain't you, it was somebody else. So
Oh, it's gonna be me. It's me.
Never satiates your hunger as
Exactly.
well. You're just like, God damn it.
Bet you
I just-
can't eat just one. You goddamn right.
Uh,
Well, all right then. Number 5. Do you have any anecdotes involving poultry?
Scootaloo?
You have a story where you have a personal story regarding Scootaloo?
I don't know. I don't have like any anecdotes revolving around chickens. Chicken's just cool, man. Like, in the antique variety, you know, oh, that's just even better. You give me an antique chicken, you make my world just go round. That's the secret to me, right? You just give me that antique chicken, and
Okay,
you get whatever you want.
you caused me to have a flashback when you mentioned Scootaloo, because I remember when your OC first showed up, there was theories that they were related to Scootaloo because they're both because Scootaloo can't fly and your OC can't walk.
I love how that's the fucking link between
That's the
them.
connection. Yes.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. It's just like, oh, you're blind. Are you related to this other fucking blind person? Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I hate people. Holy fuck, that actually makes me annoyed irrationally. Holy
Well,
shit.
I remember this was a theory back in the day.
Fucking
Well, my character ain't Australian, so I guess I'm not the one. I'm just saying, not Australian, so.
I did read some story somewhere where we'll just say it was Australian, where it's just like some Australian was in America or something, and someone's like, "Hey, do you know this other guy here? He's also Australian." He's like, "Just because I'm Australian doesn't mean I fucking know another Australian who turns out he actually knew the other dude."
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
So even better. All right. Okay. Have you ever seen a ghost?
I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, I've seen ghosts. I've seen plenty of ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Elaborate.
I don't know. You know, you play video games. Ghosts exist in video games. Come on.
Ah.
I'm a gamer. But no, I have not had any like real life experience with like ghosts. I can't believe I just said that. Just throw the
I'm missing some
excuse me, I'm a
context,
gamer
why?
in the middle of that.
I'm a gamer. Of course, I've seen ghosts.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. I've seen plenty of ghosts out there, guys. That's just like trust me.
Skeletons.
According to my calculations.
Don't talk to me until you've seen a dragon.
Have you not played Phasmophobia?
Oh my god.
Silly.
But I've had like no like spooky unexplained stories in real life regarding like ghosts. I would love to be like just have something that, like unexplainable happen and just be like, oh my god, like that's scary. But I just haven't had experiences like that. I know people who have and claim that they have had like ghosts and stuff like that, but me personally, no.
I sort of did, but the ghost I saw did the most mid thing ever, and that was just go into another room.
Oh, I thought I just hit the fucking like default dance and started cranking 90s on you.
No, if a ghost Fortnite dances in front of me, no one will believe me.
That's okay. Just want to
I-
emote together.
I had a tangential experience, as in, like, I wasn't the one that experienced it, but I was in the room with someone who did apparently experience it. I was playing video games at the time, and my mom had stopped in to say hi, and it was like late at night, and she was just watching me play for whatever reason. And she says she got this feeling that, you know that feeling when someone comes up behind you and just is looking at something over your shoulder, like you feel that presence there?
Mhm.
And she thought my sisters were already put to bed because they were younger at the time, so she suddenly just goes, go back to sleep, girls," or like whoever it was, Kayla or Carly, whatever the fuck their name was. And she was just, and I'm like, "Hey, mom, there's no one there." And she just turned deathly white as she like looked back, and there's no one fucking there. Because I didn't sense anyone. I knew we were the only people in the room, but apparently she swears to this day that she felt someone there. So
It's kind of scary.
and I'm like, well, there can't be a ghost. But then my sister apparently saw something in the house a couple times. It was like, you know how there's sort of like a corridor before you enter some rooms, like before you round into the room, and it's not just directly into the room. She had a mirror on that one side so you could see into the room as you're walking in before actually like going into the room proper.
Mhm.
She swears that as she walked in, she saw someone staring at her sitting in her bed, and when she turned the corner, they were gone.
Oh fuck.
Like, she
I'm sh-
swears to this day.
I'm sure that was just a gnome living in your walls.
Yes.
What the
dwarf.
fuck?
The fucking dwarf in the walls. Hee hee hoo hoo. Okay.
All right.
There we go. 7, since you are literally actually in the show, does this mean that you make decisions about what is and what isn't canon? Well, this was sort of covered by your OC. I guess what Alex is asking now is, are you in charge of everything that is canon ever in the show?
It would seem so.
All right.
Responsibility that was thrusted
Start-
upon me, but not decided.
Start making decrees. What's canon? What's not?
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's start first. What is canon? What
What is-
event or thing is it? What random event or thing is officially canon in your eyes?
What is like officially canon? Well, I would put the fact that Princess Celestia and Princess Luna just like want to like mentor Twilight, but just like haha, let's actually not do anything. Let's just let our student do that. See that like that's canon. They're just having a little like guffaw. They're just laughing it up, sitting back and be like, see, like the world's going to like shit right now, but don't worry, she can handle it. Don't worry, we'll just keep fucking doing our thing. We're on vacation. She can do it. We work hard enough as it is.
Is it like in Kung Pao, where they're just like, we have purposely trained her poorly as a joke?
I have not heard someone talk about Kung Pao in forever. I need to watch that again.
I do too.
They
It's
call
so good.
me
Never heard of
Betty.
Oh no! Wait! Hold on. Let me give y'all some nom flashbacks.
Oh,
Please, yes, yes. That's wrong.
Chosen one. I'm coming.
I'm coming. Chosen one.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
So
Oh,
okay,
God.
they train Twilight as a joke. What is not canon, despite what people may think? What's something that's not canon?
So that's
Absolutely.
not canon. Oh God, I'm gonna need a second to think about this.
Or you're
Foster corn.
just saying, or they've been gaslighting into believed as canon based on what the show said.
That's a difficult thing. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with the gaslight theory. I think that's a really good theory.
How about Scootaloo's still an orphan, and what we thought were her parents were just paid actors?
That's so dark. Oh my God.
I thought they were her aunts or something.
No,
she
she has
parents.
aunts too.
Oh, okay.
She has like the parents. That's like they were like Australian. Like, hi mate, how's it going? Oh, Scootaloo.
No, her dad was Steve Irwin, and her mom was Jane Goodall.
Oh, right.
All right. So
All right.
if you have nothing to add, then oh, did we lose someone?
Oh no, the Australians got him.
it.
Oh no, he's gone. Oh, there he is.
They return.
You good?
It would seem that my canon powers are too
Did the
strong.
Australians free you?
That was Hasbro going, shut up right now.
Has
I don't like grapes with seeds in them.
But I'm not the only person that's like that, right? Like the texture, like when you get like a mushy grape, just like I don't know.
No, they have to be
it
right amount of firm.
depends. It depends.
You have to feel a pop.
You want the nice, perky, firm grapes.
Yeah,
nice and firm. That's
There should be a
when you squeeze hard enough, it just shoots out the juices. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
If you don't give them a bit of a squeeze and ask yourself if these are real, are they really grapes?
Yeah.
If it doesn't shoot juice, then like why eat it?
Yeah.
That's gonna be out of context.
My dick can only get so erect. Now that ends Alex's questions.
Which means that it's time to hand it over to Rab for empty plot filler.
I thought it was mid-roll.
Oh, it is time.
It is time for the mid roll.
It is
All
time.
right. You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity during this mid-roll ad to take a look at Flam with a wide smile and say, where the hell is our video with Little Bit?
That's kind of a thing to ask on short notice.
It's
No, I'm
on
joking.
it's
But-
on Google Photos. I'd have to download it and hand it to you. The
Yeah, we
transfer
have
process
to-
will probably take longer.
We have to actually edit it and put it on YouTube. But all of this is to say, all the money, everything. We don't take any money for this podcast. We go 100% of profits and proceeds go directly to Red Wings Horse Sanctuary in Mid California. There, we have a horse that we sponsor by the name of Little Bit. Flam, along with Enigma and Moon, who will be their name.
Noon.
Noon. My bad. Ugh, Moon's a different person. Noon. Got the opportunity to actually see a little bit and interview the horse, ask them a little question because they're so cute. They actually know our podcast. No, they don't listen to us, but it would be awesome and help us look like a legitimate business company thing if you guys consider donating bits on Twitch. It's free if you watch ads, and also if you consider joining our Patreon, where there are exclusive benefits like monthly game nights, which I think we're even behind on because we're bad at scheduling, as well as some early access to other little features that we're working on. So please consider donating to Horse Charity. A couple of years ago, we were able to donate over $1,000, and it meant the world to us. So thank you for your kindness and charity. Also, if you don't feel comfortable using us as a middleman, consider donating directly to Red Wings Horse Sanctuary and tell them we sent you.
The horse listens to the podcast?
The horse listens to us while they shower. That is my new headcanon. Also, thank you to Empty Plot Filler for 1,000 bits. It's deeply appreciated. Now, mid-roll is over. We did our financial responsibility. Rav, would you like to take this set of questions?
Sure. So, Empty Plot Filler says, question 1, how close are you to getting Velvet Pony's Cutie Mark vinyl records?
Wait, what?
I don't understand the question myself. How close are you to getting Velvet Pony's Cutie Mark vinyl records?
Oh, Violet Pony's Cutie Marks vinyls, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, Violet Pony, as far as I'm aware, is another very popular brony musician, right?
Yeah, I know them. I love their work. I love her work. I wanted to pick them up, but I've been saving to take a trip down all the way down to Australia, and I kind of missed the time frame to get mine, and I'm a bit upset about that.
No.
But I wanted to get them, but I couldn't spend the money. I just couldn't spend the money at the time.
The big sad.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, but it is one of them badly.
Yeah, no, I know that. I never have enough money when I go to cons for anything in the vendor hall, just a couple things here and there.
Oh, I know that. I know
So
that.
question number 2, and I'm gonna butcher this word. What are Yow hands, and how do they keep popping up in your chats with your audience?
Oh, we're bringing up the Yowie hands here. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Yowie hands.
Everywhere I go, the Yowie hands follow me, apparently. I don't know why it's a thing. But I know its origins. So, a few months ago, I was playing a fantastic game called No Straight Roads, and the characters have like a weird like art style to them, but they got like massive hands, and that's when like one of my community's beloved community member Bunnykins started talking about how they were just Yowie hands, and like ever since that day, ever since that day, yaoi hands just seem to stick around. No matter what game I play, they always pop up all the time. Just yaoi hands this, yaoi hands that. Just because like the characters from No Street Roads have big hands, and Bunny was eloquent enough to send me a reference of yaoi hands, and like I see what they were saying, but it's just a thing in my community at this point. I don't have any power over it. The yaoi hands have taken over. I just have to accept it. I just have to accept it. Just because I play that wonderful little game, and now yaoi hands are just essentially a part of my community. Which, I mean, good thing I got hooves, right? Because I wouldn't want to have yaoi hands. No, thank you. No, thank you. But, yeah, that's the story behind that. And again, Bunnykins, you listening to this? Thank you. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
I'm hearing we
If you're
need
listening to
yaoi
this, you
hoops
need to
then.
make yaoi hoops. Yeah.
Oh no. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
I see you in chat,
Have yaoi
Bunnykins.
hooves.
Don't do this to me. Yaoi hands is enough. Just pop a reference of like No Street Roads characters. You'll have it.
When you say yaoi hands and you describe it as the huge hands, the first thing that comes to mind is Rescue Heroes, if you remember what those are.
Oh my god, I have not heard that name since I was like 4. Oh my god, I remember Rescue Heroes.
Looking at the toys again, and yeah, they got yaoi hands, every single one of them.
Oh my god. I hate this. Why are yaoi hands following me? Please. What did I do? All
They're
I
not
did was
yaoi
play a
hands
game.
anymore, they're yaoi hooves.
No, not the yaoi hooves. Please,
You get some
anything
trouble-
but
you get
that.
some trouble shoes hooves there.
I hope people are ready to catch these hooves then.
Well, speaking of your audience, what got you into streaming, and how can I copy your success without it looking like I'm actually trying to copy your success?
Okay, well, I got into streaming around 2018, 2019 when I was just like, hey, I just want to like share games with my friends. Like that's essentially it. My main goal was just to share games I love with my friends and just kind of did like a chill stream. That's all I've been doing. I've been at it for like 3-4 years, so three years now, 3.5 maybe, and that's it. And you want to copy my success, easy without making it look so obvious. Well, first you'd have to go commission yourself a nice little model over at like you have to go find yourself a little VTube model, a little cute pony. There's a fantastic people that make some. I could recommend. Sorry, I need a
Okay,
drink.
well, that's
Absolutely.
fair.
And just be chill and be a horse. Be a horse on the internet. Say nay. Say funny horse thing, and be like, yeah, isn't that like cool? And it should work, I think, at least.
Well, speaking of VTuber models, that actually ties in really well with the next question. Plot filler thinks he's a pleb and doesn't know how this shit works. Are you considered a VTuber?
Well, yes, by definition, I would assume so. I do have a little horse model, and I do silly things on the interwebs with my horse. I'm just a horse. But yeah, I would be considered a VTuber.
Nice.
Or is it PonyTuber? I don't know. There's like
It would-
subsections and
it'd be
subcategories.
Nah, there really is no subcategories for VTubers yet. It's just VTuber.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm not entirely correct because there's also PNG tuber.
Yeah,
Anybody
the
who
idea
have
of
an anime
V though is typically meaning it's more like
virtual, yeah.
virtual, meaning like it actually corresponds to some movement. Like there's obviously the 2D and 3D models.
Yeah.
Actually, but
Actually. Excuse me.
All right. You seem pretty clean cut and wholesome. What brought you here to hang out with us degenerates?
I don't know. Seemed cool. Seemed fun. You know, I'm never one to back down from an opportunity.
that is 1,000% how people get into drugs. So
Oh, jeez. Well, you seem like a lovely bunch, and I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm not doing anything. I'll hop on the podcast. I'll see how everything goes, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. It's been a lot of fun so far.
awesome.
Nice. Well, Speaking of nice, your voice is so pleasing to the ears. Would you be willing to read something inspirational in your most compelling voice for those who might need to hear it? If so, it's here listed below. And I'll just go ahead and grab this and copy it into the chat.
Oh,
for you.
I thought I had to like pick an inspirational quote. I was gonna go like look one up real quick.
No,
Okay, what is
this?
Plot wants
You
to
miss
specifically
100
read this.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Michael Scott.
Yes, yes. So, let's see. Again, thank you so much for saying that my voice sounds nice. I really appreciate that. And I don't know what kind of voice to put on for this one. You want something inspirational? I fucking give me a second here.
It's like a Metal Gear Solid card almost.
Oh, jeez, I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I'll just do this. I'll just talk like this. Okay, something like this, something like this. Something nice, right? In it, nice in it. So the scars heal over. Oh my god, I can't read. I can't read. 1 second. The scars heal over the wounds. Grass grows over the graves, and every day the bad things that happen to us move. Okay, I'm giving it another try. I'm gonna give it another try. The scars heal over the wounds, grass grows over the graves, and every day the bad things that happen to us move farther and farther away. All you're doing here is picking at the scabs and digging up the graves, trying to run back to the pain, let it go. Move on. I did it. You can do it too. How's that? How's that?
Good, pretty good.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
All right. Well, on to our last question from Empty Plot Filler. Not to pry, but are the rumors true?
Excuse me, now what do you mean by rumors?
You'll have to ask Empty Plot Filler. Empty Plot Filler, what rumors are you talking about? Post in the chat. We all want to know now.
It must be about Stellar's massive wheels.
So these wheels are pretty cool. They're pretty okay.
Go
Yeah,
around,
what,
around.
what he's getting at talking about his wheels, he's probably like, yeah, you know what they say about big wheels, right? Big spokes. You know what I
Hot
mean.
wheels, you might say.
Well, I mean, some people like to be stepped on. I can just absolutely crush and destroy your absolute bone anatomy.
Whoa,
Well,
with my
vroom
wheels.
vroom to you too, good sir.
this is terrible.
I'm so. Oh God.
Very good, lad. Very good.
All right. Enigma, would you like a share, or do you have people?
But like a what?
A share, like, would you like some questions to ask, or do you have people and you can't ask right now?
I got a moment right here. So
Terry
from Terry
the Human, yeah.
Terry the Human. Number one. What do you think of the show in comparison to G5?
Well, I would say that Friendship is Magic is definitely better, but it also is complete. Whereas, like, I feel like G5 is still finding its footing. So, I obviously enjoy one over the other, but one is complete. You know what I mean? It's already done. It's had all its seasons. It's had its movie. So, I guess that's my opinion. It's just like one's finding its footing, and I'm optimistic for it. And the other one is near and dear to me, and I'm also nostalgic for it. Sorry.
Yeah, but one of them has Misty and the other doesn't. Number two.
What kind of person are you? Just mention pedals. Jeez, why am I here?
Thoughts on G5? Do you think it was a success or a bust in your mind?
Depends. Like I said, I still think they're finding their footing, but I did, however, enjoy that movie a lot. The G5 movie was really, really good in my opinion. At least personally, I found a lot of enjoyment from it. I haven't watched enough of the series to make a dedicated opinion yet on it. I've only watched, I think, the first few things that when I first released. But I felt it was a bit rough around the edges at first. But again, I hear from a lot of people, even on the X, all the posts on the X, that it's pretty good content. Pretty good content apparently.
Yeah.
Number three. What in your mind has been your biggest, greatest accomplishment during your time in the fandom?
Being here with you all. Aww.
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 Now it's all uphill from here.
Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Let's go down. I got wheels. I just get like speed. Just like, let me go. Just like what is it? What's that movie? Is it Marley and Me? Do you know what scene I'm talking about? I'm gonna post a GIF about it.
Should I wait for
No.
the gift for
Oh, it's not Marley and Me. Oh, what's the name of it?
describe it? Describe the movie. I might be able to help you there. I'm somewhat of an expert.
Oh my god, Enigma.
This thing. This scene.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. That wannabe ET movie. Where
No,
that kid, I know what it is. Also, Nuko? No. I know Red Letter Media talked about it a lot.
Is this the E.T. movie where instead of kids, it's all old people?
No. It came out around the same time as ET, and it was trying to mimic ET, and the alien looks weird. It looks like this puppet with big eyes, and there's a scene where this kid in the wheelchair. No, I think his name was Mac though. Hold on,
Mac and Me?
Is it Mac and Me? Is it Mac and Me?
I don't think it's Mac and Me.
I believe it being Mac and Me.
Yeah, I think it's Mac and Me. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Sorry,
1,000.
It is.
Yeah,
It
this
is.
is
Yeah. It is Mac and Me. Yeah, you were correct.
Sorry, I can't believe that said
Well,
Marley
thank
and Me.
you, TV Lestrade, for Mac and Me.
Yeah, it could be like that. That's what I wanted.
But I can't believe they pushed an actual kid in a wheelchair and filmed it.
See, I love that. What's the story? It's Paul Rudd. Every time he goes on to Conan and he's like hyping a movie, he actually just brings a clip of Mac and Me instead of whatever movie he's supposed to be hyping.
Oh, right. I was asking questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4. What is your favorite fanfic from the fandom? It doesn't have to be from fanfiction.
Number 15.
Burger King foot lettuce.
I don't think I've read a fan fiction yet.
Really?
I don't think I have. Like,
Here, let me direct you to mine, good sir.
oh, I see
Gosh.
how it is. I see how it is. But I don't think I've actually taken the time to actually read a fan fiction. I mean, I may have read, like, as a joke, like, you know, like narrated a lewd fan fiction on like a call or something like that because it's just funny. But I don't think I've actually sat down and actually read something.
Currently on FimFiction, there are at least 60 stories that all involve stellar flare.
Oh,
How
jeez.
how many of them are rated R?
Yeah, I want to hear this now.
So the real question is, how are we going to make stellar happen?
Is Stellar the good ship name? I mean, Stellar Eclipse a good ship name. Stellar Flare's a good ship name, as I was saying.
Flare Eclipse?
Could be.
No,
Oh.
what about the name? Stellar Squared.
Oh my god, you just made me remember. Oh, what was that show? Oh my god, what's that good? That name just reminded me of an old cartoon show. I can't remember. It was something squared. Sorry.
SpongeBob. He was square.
No,
he wasn't square. He's
no,
circular.
it was like, oh, wasn't it a Disney show? It's like,
Was it Carl squared?
no, and I'm mixing it up with Carly, so I'm like, it's Carly Squared. No, it's not.
Oh, no, the show was called Carl Squared. That was the show I was
Okay.
thinking about. You
Okay,
just saying
what?
Stellar Squared reminded me of this existence. You just like unlocked memories in the back of my brain that this existed.
Core memory
I do
unlocked.
that.
All right. Now then, let's go to the next set of questions. We're going to Amorous Philogund. Number 1, what video games would you recommend to people?
Ooh, that is That is a good question. I hate going with like this default answer, but everyone that knows me knows that like I personally would highly recommend people play Final Fantasy 14, not just for the MMO experience, but more so the story. The story is so fucking good. It is so good. I can't talk about how much like I can't say how much it's actually like changed me, helped me during some like dark times, even like changed my outlook on certain things in life. The story in that game is so well done, in my personal opinion, and I'd highly recommend that. But it depends what kind of recommendations you want. Me personally, for like a good story game, would be that.
What video games are you most looking forward to at the moment?
Again, Final Fantasy 14's done, Trail. Again, I just the same thing, just literally the same thing. I mean, I'm trying to remember. There is stuff I'm looking like forward to. Like Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is coming out in like 4 days. That game I've had my eyes on for a long time. Excited for that one. It's gonna be hopefully it's gonna be good. It looks really good. There was Slayer's X, but that's already released. That was a good game.
That
But,
is
like,
a great game.
I fucking love it. I'm a big fan of Jay Tholen's work and Hypnospace as well. His
Hypno-
work on Hypnospace was perfect.
Hypnospace was a great game. I feel like it was a perfect follow-up.
That's another game I'd highly recommend people. I'm like, just play Hypnospace. Fun game. Good music. Silly little world. Good story. Then there's like, there's Jay Tholen's other game, which was Dropsy, which is a game where you just play like a creepy clown that just wants to hug and make everyone happy. His whole goal in the game is just to hug everyone.
Yep.
That's it. Such a cute game. Such a good game.
That game has a lot to say. I will keep it brief there. Question number 3 is, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I can't answer the question about love. But I'm certain we can do that silly thing. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Right?
Yes.
Right? We can say that.
Yes.
I don't know how to explain love. It's just a feeling that happens inside of you. And it's kind of like you care for someone, but you care more than like normal.
Mm-hmm. You just have
But
this
yeah.
moment when you're looking at Stellar Flare and you're like, yeah, this is it.
I regret saying that. You keep bringing her up. Like, come on. Like, oh, you didn't read any fanfic. There's a lot of stuff with Stellar Flare. There's some good stuff there. There's some Stellar Flare X reader fanfic that you could look at. I'm just slipping you a little link in your DMs right now. Just saying, maybe you'd like to read this one right here.
I mean, we're not very subtle, but we are manipulative.
At least you're honest.
Number 4, what is your proudest accomplishment?
Proudest accomplishment? I feel like doing corny answer like earlier. It's like, being here with all you guys because you're all my friends. But honestly, I would say just my general like artwork. Like it is something that to me means a lot, and I still struggle with it due to like certain complications with my disability. It like makes like my hands shaky, muscle weakness, things like that. And being able to do art, honestly, like blows my mind because I was told for like the longest time that I wouldn't be able to do like nice clean artwork and stuff like that because of like my challenges. So I guess if I'm being serious, it would be like the artwork that I've done or even just my stream. It sounds silly to say my stream, but like it's just a fun place to chill and I enjoy it. I enjoy streaming and I love it streaming my art. I just haven't done it in forever because like my art program destroys my stream when I stream it. I need to get on top of that and fix that.
Ooh.
Yeah, last time I did, it kept cutting off and disconnecting me. It was weird, and it only happened when I opened up the program.
What software?
It was Paint Tool Psy, like the first version, but I've since swapped to Clip Studio Paint, and I should try it with Clip Studio Paint. I really need to get back to doing art on stream because I just miss doing it. I just work very slowly.
Same.
Well, I mean, I can relate on a couple of different levels here. One, I have a tremor in my hands, so stable lines are not a thing. Stabilization is my best friend. But as far as like Psy not working with your streaming software, that's weird.
It was really weird. But now I swapped programs, so I'm certain I can get back to
Yeah.
streaming it.
Oh yeah,
And
and Clip Studio has no issues with like streaming and whatnot. I've never had an issue with it trying to stream.
mhm.
Yay, artist things.
Artists, I can
Oh,
make
if you
ponies
want
on a
another
page.
artist thing, there's a program if you have like really bad shaky hands, like I tend to do sometimes. There's a program called Lazy Nezumi, and it's like $10 for a year, uh, uh, for updates and whatnot. But I think the once you purchase it once, that version of the program is yours forever. Um, I highly recommend it. It has, I think, 6 base presets for stabilization, so you might look into that. I used to use it because the stabilization inside was just so much shit.
I might have to look into it.
Mm.
I just know that I end up like redrawing the same line so many times that I'm just like that was like a joke on my stream for like the early days. It's like you've been drawing that same line for like 10 minutes now. I'm like, I know, I just want it to be perfect when I could easily just
Believe
like.
me, I do the same thing.
All right, and now number 5. What was the best moment in your history of streaming?
Best moment in my. Okay, so if you mean like the like my magnum opus stream, um, I had my magnum opus stream that I think I could never live up to. I did a stream where like I did a fake ha 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 PNG tuber reveal, guys. Oh, I can't wait to do this, and I just played Fortnite and put like a Fortnite skin at the bottom of my screen, and every time I talk, it's just like come. Um, and what I was doing is every time I died, I was slowly fading in my friend's stream every time I died, just slowly turning up like the alpha channel so I would slowly appear, and it just swapped to her stream, and it was just her stream for the rest of the thing. Just slowly began to do it until it fully took over, and and my friend was sleeping at the time. Like they were sleeping. They're doing a fake stream themselves, so they're just sleeping, and it was. I got back and I'm streaming their stream, but then they started streaming. They raided me, so it streamed my stream back to. It was it was terrible. It was like my magnum opus stream. I went all out, and I don't think I could ever live up to it. It's made me laugh so much. I have it still. I think the VOD of it still exists, or most of it. But it was a good stream in my opinion, and I was just like hamming it up on purpose. So like that would possibly be one of my best things that has come from streaming, other than meeting fantastic people and stuff like that. Like genuinely.
Awesome. All right, now next set of questions is from Rav. Ooh boy, this is a chunky boy, Rav. We got 30 minutes left, and we got Flam, Burgess, and another plot filler question. So
Yeah, we'll
let's.
save mine for last.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. I
Oh,
put these in here for filler in case we needed them.
okay, sounds good. Then Flam, you're up. Would you like to take the next set of questions?
Absolutely. So, digital art, awesome, especially for someone who's kind of has been poorly trying to get into it, mainly because I refuse to practice consistently because I'm a shithead. So, I would say to start, what was the hardest part of, yeah, at least in your opinion, getting good at art and getting a routine going?
Well, I'd say one of the hardest parts about getting into art was first like knowing what programs to use and what to
Mm,
do. I'd say the hardest thing was to not compare yourself to other people. That was really hard starting out because it's like people like art itself is a big journey, right? So it's like comparing yourself to the end goal when
mm,
you're just starting was really hard. But once I worked past that, I would just keep on just drawing things, usually motivated by my friends. So I'd draw like my character with my friends or things based off of like stuff like that or
mm,
ideas we had. And I just did that, and I did that almost every night after school back in high school. So that's essentially it, in my opinion. It's just learning not to like compare yourself to other people and understand that you're gonna
mm.
have a hard time. Like art's gonna be difficult, but the more you draw, the better you'll get, and it's something that takes like a labor of love.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, that I've figured out. So
Well, I would add to that, it's not only just not comparing yourself to other people, but it's also like, what do you want to be able to do? And that's what you have to practice doing, you know?
Yes.
It's not that, oh, I need to be as good as this person I really like. If you want to do that, you can. But if you're just starting out, that's not really a good road to take. You need to build your foundations first.
Yeah.
If you want the same level of quality, that's just something you really, really have to work towards. It's something you really have to want to be able to do and practice. I hate every artist hates this phrase. Practice, practice, practice. You ain't gonna get better unless you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's so true, and it is annoying, but it's true. You got to keep on working, and things just get better as you keep on working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, that's mostly the same for writing, I'd say. So makes sense. Makes sense to me. Damn, I should pick up my tablet again. Anyway, number two. How did you know that these are all legitimate questions for me actually. How did you know that you came up with like your own style when drawing? When did you finally realize it's like this is uniquely me kind of thing?
It's very difficult because my art style is very inspired. If you've seen my stuff, it's very inspired by the G4 movie. Entirely. But it's when I started experimenting with more like shading and things like that that I started realizing that's like, no, this is me. I have my own spin on it. Like it's not to a T, but it's very inspired off of the G4 movie art style. But like I said, once I started doing my own like shading and stuff, that's when things start to click, and I'm like, oh my god, I know what my art looks like. Like example, I drew a piece featuring a friend recently. It's like in a human, and it's like that's my art style. That is unabashedly just it. And it's around that time where I started, like I said, my shading and lighting, my rendering was essentially where all of it was,
Mm.
where it all developed. At least in my eyes, I feel like that's like the strongest suit of my art style. And when I realized that I had it because it's like again your own art styles is inspired from so many places. You
Of
take
course.
art from all the things you love, and you unconsciously you'll see or unconsciously you'll just put it in your art and be like, oh god, well I just took that from something else, and I just took that from something else, and it just becomes its own thing.
No, I agree. As someone who was who was starting it, obviously I'm not going to create my own shit right out the gate. It was just like, well, who do I like? Looking up pieces, and it was sort of like taking bits and pieces. It's like, ooh, I like that style of eye. I'll do that. And it's just like, oh, that's an interesting style of mouth. I'll choose this. And I like hair done like this. Okay, we'll do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually how I've been doing it until it all coalesced into some Franken style that I still haven't really uh furnished yet, but that's my own damn fault. So,
You
but
gotta
all right,
purr the mouth.
exactly. Well, it makes sense to me, and maybe one and two already answered question three. But do you have any advice or pointers for new artists who want to get into it?
I would say that if you're interested in getting into art, then do it. I know that it can be like very like intimidating, so to say. Like I said, the journey is a long journey, but you got to start somewhere. And there are like affordable options for drawing tablets, or even you can like do as I did. I started out with a mouse. I was drawing with a mouse even in college. Like I was still drawing with a mouse in college. It was after I left college I started using like a tablet, and I had one that whole time. But you can do that, and there's multiple ways that you can do art. You can go into like pixel art, which is very difficult in my opinion. You can like you can even like sketch things and then like vector the line work instead if you want. Like there's so many things you can do, and I'd say that biggest tip is like if you want to start, then start and understand that like not to compare to yourself to other people, because it's an easy way for you to get like what is it, lose sight of your actual like objective. Like you're looking at your end goal when you're just starting, when you have so many hurdles in front of you, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So like
No, of
those are the two things I would say. Just if you're interested in doing something, do it and find out if it's for you or if it's not for you.
course. Yeah. So what I'm hearing
Well,
is, someone says, "I want to draw." Well, then draw shit, boy.
yeah.
That's That's an easier way to put it. Yeah,
Just do it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
do it.
Don't let your
Well,
memes be dreams.
Literally,
Well, I'll
though.
toss my 2
Yesterday
cents
you
in
said
here.
tomorrow.
If it's something you really, really want to do, like you said, just do it. Just fucking do it. And it doesn't need to be like any specific point of entry. You don't need a high-end computer. You don't need a tablet. All this other fun shit. If you
Pencil
want
and
to
paper.
start doing art, yeah, pencil and paper. Hell, you can use a Bic pen. All right, I'll give you a really good example here. About 15 years ago, I was walking the streets, job hunting, right? And I came across a homeless guy, and so we shoot the shit and all that other fun stuff. I bought him a burger or whatever, and he showed me his art because I had mentioned that I'm an artist, and I was looking for a job, and so was he. And he pulled out the sketchbook, and he shows me the coolest things he drew with a Bic pens that he stole from banks and whatnot, by the way. And up close, they look like really nasty scribbles, and they're really disgusting. But if you hold them further away, they look like masterclass pieces of art. We're talking veins and skin and pores and hair and all this. It's really impressive. So you can get by with the cheapest shit you can think of. Just start. There is no real like barrier of entry as far as price goes for getting into art.
Mhm.
Agreed. And more people need to hear that, I think, including me. So, and I guess this is less more of an art thing, but it just ties into it, or just anyone who does this. But when you created your OC or your other OCs, if you have multiple, like, what is your process when you do create such an original character? Do you follow sort of a framework, or do you just kind of wing it when you think of a certain idea?
So I don't have many OCs. Stellar is
Mhm.
basically my only like pony OC. I've been like making some recently. I've actually been sketching others, and I've been like making OCs for other people. But like I said, from Stellar's point of view, it was kind of just a wing it thing. I had ideas that I want to incorporate into him and into his design, and that was it.
Mhm.
Um, Modern day, I would still kind of work like that, but maybe have a basis for personality that you might want to give them, how they would react to like just general character traits. Be like, oh, if they're shy character, then maybe design them to like have their design incorporate elements that shows they're shy. Maybe like I don't know, for a pony, like you can introduce like a scarf that they can hide behind, or like Fluttershy, she has that little swoop that she likes to like put in front of her face every once in a while in the show.
Mhm.
And just like take like certain things that you might want to picture your character personality wise and try to or incorporate them from a design element into their design, I guess, is what I would do nowadays. Again, I'm no character designer, but that's just what I do. I don't have like many OCs, but that's how I go about making it. And then later on, I flesh out the backstory and I flesh out the character's personality traits, other things.
Makes perfect sense, and I sort of do the same thing. Hilariously, I do have my own OC named Stella, who her entire shtick was literally she loves to get drunk and verbally assault people, and that's it. And I just needed her for one particular thing, and then she apparently instantly became beloved, and now there's more of her. So apparently that's all people like: drunk women who verbally assault people.
Here,
So
here.
that's
You're not wrong.
there you go.
Um,
So
I will say this too. You can do it in reverse. Uh, you can create OCs in reverse. So, have you ever read a fic or listened to a story and you got an idea of what a character looks like based on what you're reading about the character? If you want to start with the literature, do it. Start with the words. You'll get an idea for what your character looks like, and then you can go in and sketch and do that other fun stuff, and then reiterate on the design until you like it. I've done that with a few characters, and they turned out much better than the ones I designed from design then to story.
Great advice. Great advice.
makes sense to me. And well, that's all my questions. So yeah, thank you for that.
Hey, no problemo.
All right, we're going to Bergis now. What kind of music do you listen to?
Ooh, that is a very tough question because I don't exactly have a favorite genre. I like things that sound nice to my ears. That sounds really, really generic and vague. to like answer what's your favorite music thing? Well, things that sound nice to me. Yeah, but what sounds nice to you? I get that. But I guess I'd have to say I like really chill, relaxing things. I hover around like electronic music in that general sphere, but it's not exclusive to like electronic music. I like way too much to be like just classified. I only listen to this and this.
I think that's really fair, and most musicians would agree with you that as far as like music, it's hard to just pick one because it's so much that's influential. So it can be so dependent on mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like listening to music that vibes with my mood as well. Like that's a big thing. I'll listen to happy things when I'm happy. I'll listen to like, oh goodness, I'm fucking sad music right now. Like just whatever vibes with me, kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. This is a tough one, and it's people are gonna judge you for this.
Oh no.
Pie or cake?
Pie or cake? Oh. Mmm. I'll go with cake. Cake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. I guess. I guess we're done here. And we don't. So that's fine. You're entitled to your bad opinions. Let's go to number 3. Are pony shoes ones that are nailed to the hoof or ones they wear like a boot?
Don't ask questions like this. How am I supposed to answer this? Definitely, I would assume they would wear them like boots because that'd be a painful process to take off the shoes. But horseshoes work like by well, they get nailed. They get nailed.
They get nailed.
Out of context, right there, they get nailed. Beautiful show.
Yeah, that's
Here,
what
Joey,
happens.
let
They
me
slip.
save you. Fuck. Drink.
Oh yeah, fucking hell! I did a
Fuck.
fucky wucky. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Oh,
You know,
man.
you just made me think of those satisfying videos of people shaving like cow hooves. What if there was like a story of Anon doing that?
I'm sure there is. There
No,
has to be.
better yet. So you know those like satisfying videos where they roll bottles down the stairs.
No.
You
What?
not see that? People just like roll bottles down the stairs and like just see how long it takes till it shatters. Well, here's a good idea. Just take the Rainbow Dash jar and roll it down the stairs. There you go. That's a video for you. Satisfying. A satisfying video.
this is interesting.
I would love that the bottle shatters, but the contents just stay together like a
Solidified.
cranberry sauce at Thanksgiving.
Oh no.
Look, I can
Jar with
I can help
Barney.
I can help test this, but I'm gonna need about a year to set up. Is all I'm saying, at least.
You also need a radiator.
Oh yeah, that's right for that part.
No.
We gotta caramelize some stuff, right?
What did I start? I just opened Pandora's jar.
Yep, that's exactly. Well,
Jar.
now it's Flam's
Gotta
jar,
stay
but
with
yes.
jar.
I was informed that on Etsy you could buy earrings that were just little Rainbow Dash jars and custom made earrings. And I showed them to my girlfriend, and she said she would absolutely wear them out to a con.
Well, there you go. Now you got a Christmas gift planned.
Oh, 100%. Once they're back in stock again.
All right.
What if she wants you to wear them?
Last question
No.
from Bergis is: if you could sit down to dinner with any character from the LP verse, who would it be and why?
For dinner. Okay, well, I mean, this is a very difficult question. It is, who would I sit down with for dinner? Honestly, Princess Cadence.
Yo! Okay, my favorite horse, but why though?
Because it's your favorite horse, and I just want you to be jealous. No. I'm
Fuck
not like
off!
that. Genuinely would like to ask about silly questions, both silly family questions and more things about like the Crystal Empire. Is it weird to say that I have like a kind of fascination with the Crystal Empire?
No,
I'd love to know more lore about it.
It's because
Yeah,
they never
and-
really went into any detail with it, and there's like
Yeah.
so much you can actually do and work with in a story sense too. So
Here's this
I
really great
wanna
idea
know
we
more
have.
about it.
Fuck it, just throw it away.
I was honestly kind of disappointed when they revealed more about the Crystal Empire, and I'm like, bruh, this is just a fucking Greek city-state. This ain't no empire. Like,
I would
Hey,
absolutely
Priest,
love.
you remember the picture?
Yes, I do remember the picture. I would
So
absolutely.
Stellar,
Go ahead.
was it the first or the second BabsCon we went to that I took that picture? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, so Stellar, at the end of one of the BabsCons, right? Almost everybody had gone home except for me because I prefer flying red eye. Anyways, we had a bunch of cosplayers come into the lobby, and so it was all the princesses, and I knew Priest had just walked out the door, not even 5 minutes before they showed up, so I went up to the Cadence cosplayer, and I have a picture of me hugging Princess Cadence, and I sent it to Priest like 5 minutes after, I think.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Just like, wow, okay, rude. Jeez. Here I am trying to make sure I'm not late to my flight, and you're just sharing pics with Cutie Pie cosplayer.
Let me see. I have it here somewhere. Give me a minute. I will send it in the chat. But please continue.
Yes. All right. So Empty Plot Filler has a follow-up question before I hand it over to Ravage. He says, "Okay, I'm sorry I wasn't clear about the rumor. Is it true that under your hooves aren't frogs, but actually massive yaoi hands?"
Again, I this is a very tough question. I don't know. Like, let me take a look. Let's see. It doesn't seem to be. I'm sorry to disappoint you. No yaoi hands in sight.
No yaoi here. Death to the yaoi. Then, with that in mind, I'm going to do a quick check to make sure there isn't anything else in here. Oh, Blazy Pazy has a question with a very cute profile picture. Why is your OC so cute?
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I could just say that my OC's just a bit stellar. You know, just do that little thing. Just a bit stellar.
Awesome.
Oh, but that's just such a sweet question. Again, I'm glad you think my OC is cute.
Well, we've had a wonderful time here, and so now it's time to give questions to Ravage, and it's going to get weird now.
Oh,
I'm gonna ask them out of order because I made a couple especially for you, so I'll ask those ones first.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
I just read one. Oh god! Okay, I'm just gonna shut up.
What do you mean?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Do you
fine.
even know which ones I'm talking about?
I mean, I can pretty clearly see number 5. Anyway,
Oh,
please
no.
continue.
All right. So number 4, out of order. If so we were talking about it earlier, if lamps, would you a moth pone?
Would I a moth pone? Let's see. I mean, I do have a large collection of lamps, right? So I guess so. I guess so, right? I mean, it's a ship made in heaven, right?
You heard it here, folks. Stellar fucks the moth ponies.
So do you keep her distracted with the lamp while you do the do, or?
It's an interesting question. Depends. It depends. I mean, I have a lot of lamps. I feel like all of them being on at once would be just overstimulating, right? Be overstimulating. So, nah. Just one lamp.
Oh god, I just had a brain connection.
Oh yeah.
Fucking god.
So you're obviously one of the things with your OC is lamps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with moth ponies in the MLPverse?
I am not actually. I am not familiar.
So it's kind of like how there's bat ponies and there's sea ponies. The whole idea is that there's a subspecies of ponies that are fan created and loved called moth ponies, and their whole thing is that they love lamps and they love lights. And I'm realizing, oh my god, has this ever been combined with your OC?
Nope.
Well,
It has not. It has not, despite being a lamps tradesman.
chat, you know what to do.
Oh no. Oh no.
Sorry, Rav, I didn't mean to cut you off. Please go.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm actually looking for something to link with the next question I
I'm scared.
have. So, question number 5. Well, we already know you don't read much fan fiction, if at all. But if you could, would you read Amputee Clop?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd have a preference. Like is the amputation happening in real time? Like, is it like TF2 medic walks up to me, he's like, "I'm gonna saw through your bones," kind of thing? Like, is like that what you're talking about?
Holy
like
fuck, that's
TF2
great.
medic
Okay,
X
okay,
Stellar?
okay.
Like,
That is
funny you say
fucking
that.
amazing.
That's
Holy
some
shit.
sweet
It's
apple
funny you say
massacre
that.
shit.
It's
God.
funny you say that because the
Archimedes?
question that I replaced with the one I just asked you goes exactly along those lines.
okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Now, what is that question?
So here's your here's your amputee Clop.
No! What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Oh.
No, there's no medic
You
TF2
don't
in
like
here. You
kerfuffle?
lied. You lied.
don't
There's no
like
medic
kerfuffle?
TF2 in here.
Do you think she can add attachments to the stump?
Can we?
God.
Ah.
Do I need? All right, I might link it in the chat later. It might not. Who knows? It's actually not a half bad story. All right. So moving on to another question because apparently Priest is disturbed. What's a question you wish people would ask you?
Let me think about this. I'm gonna need a second to think about this.
People always ask me to give them a yeehaw, but they never ask how are ye.
Yeah,
How are
I was trying to think of like a silly pun where I could insert that into it. I was never asking like, "How are you?" But legitimately, I'm trying to think of like what kind of question that I personally would like to be asked, and I can't really come up with one. Is it weird? I guess I'm really trying to think. I'm like scratching my brain here, and I can't really like pick something.
No.
There's not like a specific question I like people to ask.
Have you had a Poggers day today?
I mean, I'm over here on Twitch with you guys. I mean,
That's pretty Poggers.
yeah, it is insanely actually. It is downright. How do we say this? I can't believe I'm going to say it, and I'm not saying. I'm not saying it. I can't say that word. I'm sorry.
That's fair. Maybe
All
one or
right,
two more reps.
Yeah. So we already have kind of an idea, but who's your favorite MILF, like pony MILF?
Oh, this question was asked. This question already asked? I need to ask this question. Like, was this already
I
asked?
just semi
before?
sort of roundabout answered it, but I'm asking you directly.
Geez. You know what? You're telling me to pick. Is like Twilight Velvet okay? Or
Ooh,
Mrs.
nice
Shy?
choice.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Final answer?
I guess so. I guess you could also stick with like Stellar Flare.
No, that's fair. It's hard to pick. All right. One of my favorite questions. If you could start an interstellar war between any two factions from any universe or universes, who would they be and why?
Please don't Interstellar. Please don't do that. Do not. Sorry, I'll stop fucking around. So, your question is, wait, interstellar war between two factions?
Yes. From
Like,
any universe or universes.
Okay, I'll take the Deep Rock Dwarves. The Deep Rock Dwarves versus oh my god. What would be a really good faction? You know what? The Deep Rock Dwarves versus the fucking Fortnite people. The entirety of Fortnite, all fucking collabs included, everything. The weird multiverse shit.
You know, you gave me an
I
idea.
ask why, but I don't think there's a point.
I don't think there's a point.
You gave me an idea for a silly pun name for a Yowie club involving your OC and a human astronaut.
Oh
It would,
god.
it would be called Interstellar.
Please no. I don't need the Among Eye like sneaking up with me, like the crewmate just being like, "Oh, don't worry, I just have a task here to do, Stellar." It's like, what do you mean? Oh, don't worry, I just got a task. Just give me a second. I don't want the crewmate near me. Why?
You
Yes,
hear
I did.
that, chat? All of the fans of Stellar Eclipse, we're giving you material. Go
Hey,
have fun.
hey, they just want to vent, okay?
Oh God.
Speaking of venting, we're at about 2 minutes left, so I think it's time for us to begin winding down. So, with that in mind, Stellar, for those who are able to hear this and go, "Oh my goodness, this was the greatest thing I've ever listened to," Stellar's such a cool person who isn't afraid of anything. How can they consume more of your content?
Well, I stream here on Twitch at what is it? Stellar Eclipse _ MLP. Very inconsistently right now, but I'm on the way of fixing that. I took a bit of a small hiatus. You're able to find me here. You can find a lot of my socials over on Twitter. I do have a Discord server which is linked over on my my thing. My
Mhm.
thing. Oh, how professional. But I mean, when I stream, I usually throw up a Discord link. So for people that want to join that too, easy place to like follow for like art and other things. But that's basically it. I'm in the process of setting up a YouTube's VOD channel, so but that's not finalized yet.
Nice. And last but not least, if there's anything you could say to those who have been supporting you over the last who knows how many years, what would you say to them?
Legitimately, just thank you so much for like being supportive and being around like all these years. Even if it hasn't been that long, just I really appreciate the support everyone's shown me, and it blows my mind. It makes like just streaming and all this other stuff just be as amazing as it is. Like it does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate every single person that's been there for me.
Oh. Well, having you here was awesome, at the very least. Um, with that said, we want to thank Empty Plot Filler, who was the highest donator this week at 1,000 bits. That's greatly appreciated, and we'll go to Red Wings Horse Sanctuary. Next week, we're going to the moon. We're going to go find Princess Luna and probably put a flag right on her ass. That's the plan for next week. Not an actual interview week or anything like that. Don't set your hopes too high.
Do you
Um,
think she has craters?
I mean,
She will. She'll have a crater when I'm done with her. That's for sure.
I'll crater that booty.
I'll put my flagpole in her crater, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Oh, look, there is cheese.
Oh!
No.
Oh no!
On that note,
What is wrong
thank
with
you for watching the podcast. Your bartenders for this evening were not Enigmatic Otaku. Stop. Flammenwerfer. I hate this. Ravage.
I need a sound effect for spreading a grilled cheese sandwich.
Our amazing guest, Stellar Eclipse. Silence. Oh no. Oh no.
Was I silent? Oh,
Oh,
I'm
it
sorry.
was silent. No, it's fine.
Again, thank you for having me. It's been lovely. It's been a lovely time. Glad I could be here.
It was
it was really wacky.
no problem. It was great to have you. My name's Flutter Priest, and I love Lamp.
This game is an inside-out asshole regurgitating putrid anal fecal matter.
Stop.